So, what can we expect from the Prabowo administration now that the amendment to Indonesia's military law of 2004 has been passed?
I see a strengthening of the military over the civilian leadership, going forward, and this is disconcerting. The revision of the military law was the initiative of the parliament and not of the commander of the armed forces. Right? So this is bewildering. If we go deeper here, the question would be when these military officers commit corruption or fraud or other offenses connected to their civilian positions, will they be tried in civilian or military courts? This is one of the fundamental questions if we are to establish civilian supremacy in a democratic country.
Indonesia developed into a democratic society after the downfall of the Suharto regime in 1998. What impact will these new legal amendments have on the country's democracy?
This revision, right, of the military law is one in a string of new laws or law revisions or policies that pose a challenge to the fundamental basis of Indonesia's democracy in general. The silver lining is, I mean, we have to have a silver lining, right, in all situations, that this situation actually strengthens civil society in Indonesia. Civil society is, interestingly, the one keeping the checks and balances mechanism still working in Indonesia, albeit from outside of the system, and in a time when democratic institutions are severely weakened.
Are there any other ways civil society can ensure accountability of military officials in the civilian government?
I think the first thing I expect that the civil society would consider to ask for a judicial review from the Constitutional Court, especially because we know that the Parliament had not followed the principle of meaningful participation during their deliberation of the bill, which should have adequately included the society, right? Another way also is to continue critically observing and protesting. Continuing being vigilant is important, but of course, it would take a lot of civil society energy. But we don't have any other choice. This is important for Indonesia's democracy going forward.